This is a video in which I want to... Oh, we're out of focus. There we go. In which I want to extol Adam's knack for buying, you know, like a couple of bottles of a perry or a cider, because I've just cracked open the Flaky Bark perry from Ross Cider that came out at Rossfest last year, 2024. And when I was doing the grafting help earlier in the year with Albert said, oh yeah, we've sold out of the Flaky Bark already in the shop, it's all gone. And then I checked on Cat in the Glass and they had 1 or 2 bottles left, and I bought this 1 bottle and now it's all gone. And I kind of think if you buy 6 bottles or 12 bottles, like a case or 2 at a time, it just allows you to experience a perry a little bit later on than the day of release. So as ever, good work, Adam, you know what you're doing, and you're a great advocate for this perry as well. I thought I'd just have a quick look in the Luckwill and Pollard book under Flaky Bark. I've started to fill the front page with some names of perry makers, which I thought is a nice thing to do with a book. And when I bought it as well, it had this list of some perry pear trees that were planted by the previous owner. So who knows where that is, but I can investigate that. Alright, here we go, Flaky Bark. So, although this is Luckwill and Pollard, this is a lot of research done by Ray Williams. There's a picture of a Flaky Bark tree from the 1960s in Hown Hall Farm in Tainton. And actually the ones up on Glasshouse Hill look quite similar, although I've only really ever seen them in spring to late summertime. The SG looks pretty similar to what we're getting now, 1066. This is given 8.2, but Albert's taken a already highly astringent, highly tannic perry and put it in an oak cask, which is brilliant. I love that. So this is from the 60s, this book, and at the time that Ray did this research, the pear was still there, but I like that he says an uncommon variety found in the vicinity of Newent, noted for its intense astringency. And you think, yeah, from the 1960s up to 2025, some things don't really change. This has been lost in that process and then found again by Ray and by Charles Martel. In Charles's book, he says how there was a tree or 2 found by Ray. 1 then got cut down. Graftwood was taken from another tree, and then he famously found these 4 or 5 trees up on Glasshouse Hill by riding up there on his horse and cart. I don't know, there's something so special about a drink when there's through every decade this kind of sword of Damocles hanging over its head, and still it persists, and still you have people like Barry growing new trees over in Germany. I've got a few in my parents' garden in Norfolk now. You think this is the way these specific varietals survive. People like Albert making the drink, people like Ray, Charles and Adam writing about the varieties in their brilliant books, and then people like my friend Amy falling in love with the drink at Rossfests and buying bottles upon bottles. That was one of the best memories of Rossfest last year. But yeah, there's Flaky Bark as it was in the 60s. I think that tree's long gone, but here's to all of the super tannic Flaky Barks to come in the years ahead. And I don't know when I'm going to get another bottle of Flaky Bark, because this one's the last one I've got. Adios.